Hi, what's up? It's Duff Troll again, and let's go to the review of the first two episodes of House of Dragon, which, of course, like I'm not willing to do like two videos at a video for two episodes because it's gonna be a long video. I hope this is not too long because the episodes are too dense, so I need to have like a video for each episode. So, but because of problems that I need to watch the episode, I watched two of them like yesterday, so they're a little bit fresh in my mind, and the characters have a hard name, so I need to remember some of them. But if I don't remember, I'm gonna just reference it to like their positions. Like I think this is a better way for me to reference them. And so let's, with no further ado, let's go. So okay, I didn't know what to expect to this series because I've already seen Game of Thrones, and different from other people, I did like the ending, but I did not see this series. Like I didn't watch it from the beginning to like the end for like 8 years or something. I've watched it in like a month, something like this. But I watch everything. For me, the ending made sense, but I don't know. Like I respect people that didn't like. Okay, I think people like Daenerys, so they wanted her to become the queen. I didn't agree because I knew that she was getting a little bit crazy during the series. So I don't know, like Game of Thrones has these unexpected endings, and they didn't like I respect that. Okay. And for this series, like I knew they were gonna bring Targaryens. I love Targaryens, like because of the dragons and the things like they dominated Westeros and things like this. And I needed to watch like I wanted to watch like a series like a, or maybe things in a series like it was after Game of Thrones or before. Like this one is 200 years before Game of Thrones. So yeah, it was interesting to see all of that. Um, and because of the we needed to watch all these conflicts of the family, all the things that are Game of Thrones references from the past, like oh we had this princess, things like this, yada yada yada, we had a lot of dragons in the past and we didn't know that. Like we are now seeing that in this series. And I did enjoy. I had the Game of Thrones vibes on the first two episodes already. Like both of them were amazing. So I'm gonna try to make a big resume of all the two episodes because like there are a lot of talking and things like this, which is great. But like resuming the series, it's a little bit better for me. Okay. So the series has this king, which is I don't know his name. I forgot the name. I just read it on Google, but I forgot his name. I'm sorry. This is him, okay? And then he has a daughter, which is Rhaenyra. Yeah, it's her name, Rhaenyra. It's their princess, and of course because of we are so used to see Daenerys saying she's going to be queen, a queen, a queen, but we forgot that she couldn't be like a queen way back. Like she needed to conquer that space, which was a thing that Rhaenyra didn't do. It was more of a thing that came to her. You know what I mean? Like the king, like had her daughter, which was I think 15 years old, 16 years old, or something like this. And because of the queen that couldn't get babies because she had birth issues, she tried to get like I think five babies to get like a male because they needed a male to be the next king, like to make the succession to the throne. But the queen couldn't get a baby, but she was pregnant, and they're gonna have like a big festival to celebrate. Like, oh, we're gonna have a baby, woohoo, and it's gonna be the first male born from the king. It's gonna be amazing, and there goes to this this big festival goes we meet Daemon Targaryen, which is the younger brother from the king, which of course is gonna be the guy who wants to be the king because he's gonna be the heir for the king. Because if the king does not have a male heir, the Rhaenyra is not gonna be the queen. Rhaenyra is not gonna be the queen. The king is gonna be his younger brother Daemon, and we already know that Daemon, like the king, doesn't want Daemon to be the king because he's an uncontrollable guy. He went to his troops, to just make a mess. How can I say like a mess? Punishment on thieves. Like he chopped off arm, he chopped off dicks, which was like, okay, welcome to Game of Thrones. It was the welcome to Game of Thrones part. And he's an uncontrollable guy, like things like this, and which is the perfect thing for Game of Thrones, to be honest. and they goes to the festival with fightings and things like this. We get to see the other houses that we used to see, like Baratheons and Martells, like things like this, which was a good thing to come back to, to Game of Thrones. The effects on the dragons, I think they're good. Like they're not as good, I think, as uh, the last series, but they had a lot of money to this one. But the dragons are good. The dragons are amazing, I think, because they're dragons. Like there's nothing you can expect more, so they're great. So I think they're gonna get just better because of the development of the series. The series is gonna get more money, so they're gonna get more time to develop this, which is a thing that this series needs to have. Like great production, which is because of the story is so amazing that we need to have great visual effects, and the blood is always there, the action scene is always there, and with this party, things like this. At the same time, there's the party is having they have the party. The queen is having the baby. She dies because of the king. King wants to save his son. Of course, he gets sad because it's like an impossible situation. So he saves his son, but his son he doesn't survive for that long, so he loses his son and his wife, which was a person that he loved that much. And they did the best funeral of all time, which is like which you get burned by a dragon. This is the best funeral of all time. Like I would say, like if I'm going to die, I need to be burned for a dragon, because this is the best death of all time. After that, the king, the king gets sad because he needs to have like heir to go through the throne. Like I don't remember how now. I'm trying to say all of that because I don't remember, like, if I'm for now I'm gonna say the second episode too, but I'm gonna say everything. Like the first episode, the second episode is gonna be everything together. Like both of them are awesome. In the second episode, everyone is trying to get the little piece of the king, because now the king has no women. Okay, so we need to give women to him because he needs to have a male heir. But until this happens, the king decided, and the council, with which is the name of the hand of the king, is I think it's Otto Hightower. Yeah, Otto Hightower. He's the hand of the king, and then all of them suggest that there's also the black guy with the white shirts. I loved him. It's I forgot that his first name is Valerian. Valerian is his family, which is a family that I think we didn't see on Game of Thrones. I think it's an elder family, which is like they are related to the Targaryens, but they don't have dragons. They have more ships, because if you know, the symbol is like a seahorse, which was interesting, and I like his character. He looked like Idris Elba. So he got his Idris Elba vibes, which were great. Like I love, I'm liking all the characters so far. So the king now has to have a male heir, but until this happens, all the council that I just spoke about, all the council decided that Rhaenyra is going to be the next heir if he doesn't have like a male hair. Like they kind of trying to break the status quo because she's modern day, and the king doesn't want he didn't want to get married, because he is already an old guy, so he doesn't want to get married. So he's like, oh, I think it's better for my daughter to just rule everything, because Daemon isn't qualified to do this. Daemon gets pissed and gets sent to Dragonstone with his dragon, with his wife, which isn't his wife. It's gonna be his new wife, which is how can I say? Oh, because of like she's now going to be the queen, but she doesn't want to be the queen. But and everyone just wants to now push a wife to the king. Which first is Otto Hightower, which I thought at the beginning was like, oh, he's gonna be like a great best friend to him. Like he sounds smart, things like this. But no. Otto Hightower, he's his friend, but he has a lot of interest behind it. So what does he do? He pushes his daughter, Alice Hightower. I think it's Alison Hightower, which is Rhaenyra's best friend, to try to enchant the old guy, the king. So do you see, this is Game of Thrones developing right there, because Game of Thrones is all about power. All the things is power. So Hightower needs to get like a good position. So if you actually pay attention, I think Alison Hightower looks pretty similar to I forgot her name. which was in the Game of Thrones series, who was the mother of Robb Stark. Robb Stark and Sansa was I forgot her name, and they're pretty look-alike because they're the same lineage and things like this. And Alicent, it's she got a little bit of anxiety issues because of her nails are pointing like this. She's not like over her mother's death yet because she lost her mother as well. And his father is already her father is already pushing her to be a wife from the king, but not only the king, the his her best friend's dad, like things like this are happening. And she I don't think she's ready, but she's at least she's looking that she likes him. Of course, like these marriages weren't for people who like him, were about power, like uniting families. And the Valyrian guy, the guy Dreads, they try to push her daughter, which at first sight, the king was like, "Oh, okay, like we are both strong families, we have like the same lineage because we're Targaryens and Valerians. So okay, let's see if this work this out." Like, and when we see the girl, it's like literally a girl. Like the king is like 50, 40 something years old, and the girl's like 12, something like this. Yeah. And they're trying to like have a conversation. She looks smarter than she's smarter than she looks, but like when she goes to the talk, like, oh, but my mom said that we're not gonna have relationships to like sex before I'm 14. Like, I was like, god damn, like, it was crazy, it was wild. Like, the king saw that and was like, she's a child. She's a child. I can't marry her. Like, even though this is a good deal for the families, he wasn't comfortable doing it. And then at the end of the council, he decided that they should marry. He was going to marry Alicent Hightower, which, if you think about it, it's the most obvious question because she's a pretty girl. She's from his best friend and his counselor daughter. She's the best friend from his daughter. Also, Rhaenyra is the best friend from Alicent, and she was way hotter, of course. She was way older, of course, and this was I think was the great factor to it, because of course they want to. I don't think some of the guys at the council are happy that Rhaenyra is gonna be the next heir, and Rhaenyra, I think she doesn't. At least now, she doesn't care if she gets dethroned, but I think she's trying to get her way. She's getting involved in a lot of issues in the crown, and it's looking good. Like, she looks like a great character. I think Rhaenyra and Alicent are gonna change the characters because they're gonna get like a time skip. And I already saw in IMDb like the characters' names. And I'm interested because I wanted the actress to be the same at least for a while, because she's smoking. And at the end of the second episode, the Valyrian, I'm gonna bring his name in the next video. The Valyrian guy just started talking with Daemon. They are developing like a plot too. I don't know if dethroning the king, or they're forming like an informal alliance, things like this, and it's looking good. I'm already excited for the next episodes. Like, I like all of the Game of Thrones aspect of action, great effects, drama, all the family drama, all the everything. It's just superb. I think if anyone would ask me today, like, which is your favorite series, I think it's Game of Thrones. It was my favorite series of all time. Maybe I have one which is above, but I don't remember. Like, because I'm more of a movie guy. I don't relate to a lot of series, but this one got me, and this one, House of Dragons, it's looking amazing so far. I hope it gets just better, just like Game of Thrones did. And I'm willing to see the third episode so badly. What a time to be alive, okay? So thank you for watching, and I see you on the next review. I think She-Hulk's gonna be the next review. No. Oh yeah, She-Hulk's gonna be the next review. And we're going to have Rings of Power. I am doomed because there's a lot of series to watch, but I'm so hyped because I love all of them. Okay, so to the next episode and